One of the worst feelings is setting up a new instance and, after users get in and check it out, finding out that the collation at the instance level is incorrect. Previously, I was in the practice of removing and reinstalling the entire instance. However, there are two different methods that can really save you time to fix this problem. It's critically important to emphasize that option 1, which we will go over, is the only supported method. Per Microsoft, option 2, which we will also look at, is not supported but is a hack that a lot of users report working fine. I would not recommend option 2 in a system with production level importance. The first method will rebuild the system databases. As this includes master and MSDB, you will lose any users you have created. You will have to reattach any user databases, will lose any jobs you already created, will lose any custom parameters you set, etc. Really, you could think of this as the same as the uninstall-reinstall but much quicker and with much less moving parts. This is perfect for the case where a user found a discrepancy before the instance is really used. Let's dig into these two methods. So again, this is the first option I discussed. Let's run a command prompt administrator, and I have a script on GitHub which I'll link below that has all the commands that we'll use here. So the first step is to get into the instance, and let's just look at what the collation is. There you got CP1 CIAS, and let's also look at what databases are connected, attach the instance. I'll copy this over to here, and you'll see production. So there's obviously the system databases here, but also production. So let's go back to the script after exiting out of there. It's you'll see here the next step is to stop SQL Server. Let's grab this, do it on the command prompt, and then let's look at the command that will run. Now, obviously, this command is going to run different in your SQL Server install, but it's just a setup command, pass a couple parameters. One action is to rebuild the database. This next line here is the instance name. There's the sysadmin account, either a Windows machine or the SA account if you want to set that. You can set either or both of these. And then obviously the new collation that we're going to pick. So let's take this entire thing. Oh, actually, no, I should get into that directory first. And now let's grab this command and run it. This won't take long to run. Really just prints out this message and doesn't really give you anything back until it says it's completed. So we'll just wait here for about 3 or 4 seconds. Okay, this completed. So let's get to our script here and start SQL Server back up. And then let's get back in the instance and look and make sure that what we expected to change actually changed. Okay, it started successfully. So let's go into here and see command and let's pull up the collation to see what it is now. It should obviously be CSAS, which it is. Matches with the command that we were passing to it. And is different than the CP1 CIAS that we originally had. Let's go back and look at the databases. Now here you're going to see the production is no longer a part of this instance. There you go. You could just see these master tap model and MSDB. The system databases are there, but no longer do you see production here. So let's look at method 2. However, first we have to go back through here, and I have this command ready to go to reattach production. And let's refresh here just so you could see that it is actually in here. There you go, production is here. So let's look at the second method. As I said, this one is not supported, but it is a little easier, if you will, has much less moving parts and preserves your system databases. So let's go ahead and connect and get collation again. There you go. Hit stop SQL Server. Now this command has some flags we'll throw in there, the 4022, the 3659. It's going to reinstall SQL Server, and it's going to change it to CP1 CIAS, back to what we originally had. This one, we just run the entire command, including the SQL Server.exe. And what this really is just starting SQL Server, but with these flags. So after it prints out a bunch of information here with no errors, we'll actually have SQL Server started with the new the new collation. So go ahead and Control-C out of this. It's going to stop your instance. And now let's start it regularly with just the service. Again, assuming this starts up right, we'll get back in one more time with SQL command. And let's look and see if the collation is. Should be the new CP1 CIAS, which it is. But here's the difference. When we look at databases, we'll see production is still here. Oops, let me copy that again. There you go. Production is still here. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe if you want to encourage more content from the team here. We also love feedback, so leave us a comment.